After the death of Captain America and Bucky at the hands of the Brotherhood of Mutants, especially Deadpool, who pressed the detonator, Wolverine stands mourning his fallen friends. "Damn it," says Wolverine, looking down at Captain America's coffin. In an instant, a familiar scent fills the air. Nick Fury steps forward, lowering his gaze. He knows he was the one who sent them on that mission. "They were the best," Fury says, "and they'll be missed. But to be honest, I think their death was the quickest one. They avoided what was coming." Wolverine looks at him with anger. "Your ass is never on the line, huh? Why am I not surprised?" Fury looks back at him seriously. "I've known you for 50 years, Logan, and you've known me for the same." Both men stand there looking at the endless line of coffins. Fury adds quietly, "After all this time, we are who we are." "What do we do now?" asks Wolverine. "Nothing to do," says Fury. "We failed. The Empire has fallen. If we're lucky, only a few hundred will die." He lowers his head. "I've seen the horrors of war. I've faced the worst nightmares. I survived the winter of the Cold War." His eyes are empty. "So what will I do now? I'll look for a bottle of rum, crawl into a hole with my best gun, and one day soon, I'll see my friends again." Wolverine mutters. "When you see them, tell them you were late because you're an alcoholic and a bad shot." Fury smiles for a second. "And what about you, Logan? What are you going to do?" Logan's face is filled with rage. He doesn't answer. 3 months later, the Dakotas. Wolverine walks through the snow-covered hills when he suddenly runs into Danny Moonstar. "My eyes must be fooling me," says Logan, smiling faintly. "Didn't expect to see you here." "Hello, Logan," says Danny warmly. "I hope you weren't trying to surprise us, because if you were, you've already triggered hundreds of sensors." Logan smirks. "Nah, I was just heading toward the only light that's still burning tonight." Danny's expression turns serious. "You're trespassing." Logan replies calmly, "And you have power while others don't. I think I know why, and that's exactly why I'm here." Danny steps closer, face to face. "And if he doesn't want to see you, should I make you leave?" she says, as enormous spectral bears appear behind her, watching Logan closely. Logan just stares back with a grin. "They say demon bears love fear. Well, that's not me, and I'm not leaving without talking to him. What happens after, that's your choice." From inside a vehicle, Forge watches the scene, knowing Logan won't leave without his help. 2 days later, Logan and Forge flight through the wasteland. "How much longer?" shouts Logan. "The impact zone is just ahead," replies Forge. "You sure I can't convince you to let go of this revenge, Logan?" Forge asks. "It's all I've got left," says Wolverine firmly. Forge sighs. "The world ended, and instead of giving in to despair, I made myself strong to create something new." Logan chuckles dryly. "Sounds like heaven." "There's no place for you on that mountain, Logan," says Forge. "I'm afraid of what this revenge might turn you into, and I fear it's not heaven that's waiting for you." They approach a massive crater. "We're here," says Forge. They land in the center, the place completely desolate. "How do you know it's here?" asks Logan. "Magneto's followers cleared this area of every trace of Meteor M," says Forge. "I just assumed the impact buried it deep enough. This is the spot, right below us." Logan looks at him seriously. "I'm guessing you brought some kind of digging tech?" Forge smiles and tosses him a regular shovel. "Of course, here you go." Logan stares at the shovel, muttering, "Damn it," before starting to dig. Hours later, they finally find what Logan came for, Magneto's helmet. Wolverine looks at it silently and mutters to himself, "What the hell killed you, Eric? I guess we'll never know." He hands the helmet to Forge. "You think it'll work?" Forge studies it carefully. "Add a little vibranium, reinforce the frame. Yeah, it should work." Hours later, an unknown city. Wolverine walks through the streets. Hooded and quiet. "Unbelievable," he mutters. "Everyone's hypnotized. No brain activity at all." He finally arrives at what looks like a monastery. Inside sits Mastermind, treated like a king, controlling the minds of everyone around him. Logan whispers to himself, the one who tells the same story over and over, expecting different results. Mastermind notices the hooded man and smirks. "Who are you? To whom do I owe the pleasure?" Wolverine smirks. "We'll get to that in a second. But first, where are the others? Wade? Creed? Omega Red? Where are your friends, Mastermind?" Mastermind frowns. "Colossus cast us out. Thinks he's better than us. But how do you know that?" Then, leaning back on his throne, he says coldly, "Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. My thoughts are mine alone. Instead, I'll take yours." Mastermind attacks psychically, forcing the hooded man to the floor. He grins. "Let's see what secrets are hiding in that head, starting with your name." But the hooded figure starts laughing. Mastermind's grin fades, replaced by horror. The figure stands, It's Wolverine, filled with rage. Bad news, he says. All my secrets are locked in here. He points to his head. But I'll let you in on one. My next move. Mastermind shouts for his servants to attack, but it's too late. Wolverine leaps at him. There's no one left to save you. In seconds, it's over. The screams stop. And as the smoke clears, Wolverine walks out of the monastery holding Mastermind's severed head in his hand, his next target already burning in his mind.